Leaving home was exciting, but terrifying. I had spent my entire life in the Czech Republic, and suddenly I was boarding a plane to America. I didn't know exactly what was waiting for me, but only that I was chasing a dream. Hockey had been my world, my anchor, and that's why I was leaving, to keep playing at the level I aspired to. The path seemed clear. Get accepted into school, graduate high school, play well, earn a college scholarship, graduate with bachelor degree, and then come back home. But sometimes, life has a way of rewriting our plans. Getting full scholarship for hockey in the States was my dream, and my greatest challenge. I set my sights on the Gunnery, a prestigious private school, but my first attempt to get in failed. I didn't pass the TOEFL, the English proficiency test for international students. Still, I refused to give up. A year later, I tried again. My score wasn't high enough, but with a stroke of luck, I was accepted. I was overjoyed and terrified. What lay ahead? I had no idea. The transition wasn't easy. I loved parts of it, but I struggled immensely. Countless nights, I called my mom in tears, unable to complete my homework. Lost in the language I barely understood. She wanted to help me, but she couldn't. She just didn't speak any English. Hockey was my escape, my comfort, until it wasn't. I had an offer to play NCAA Division I hockey at Union College, but guess what? My English wasn't good enough again. Another door closed, another heartbreak. For a moment, I feared my dreams was slipping away. But I kept going. I worked harder on the ice, in a classroom, and within myself, which sometimes was the hardest part. A year later, I earned a full scholarship to play Division I hockey at the University of Vermont. And just like that, my dream became reality. The USA became my home for 7 years. I graduated with a degree in film and television studies, and then once again, it was time to leave. What was waiting ahead of me? I had no idea. Sweden called to me. I wanted to play professional hockey, and Sweden had the best women's hockey league in Europe. I longed to be closer to home after all the years in North America, and I had always loved Sweden for some reason. This transition felt different, easier. Maybe because I had done this before, maybe because I knew now that I was strong and that I can do anything. The language barrier was still there, but in Sweden you can get by with English. Still, I didn't want to just get by. I wanted to integrate, to learn, to belong, feel like I belong. Two years in, I'm still learning Swedish, but I feel more at home than when I first arrived. And learning the word fika was really important. There were ups and downs, of course. Every place has them. But if there is one thing I've learned from living in 3 different countries, it's this. Adversity shapes you. Stepping outside your comfort zone transforms you. I'm not the same person I was at 18. At 27, I'm wiser, bolder, braver, but even more curious about what life has in store for me. Would I ever move back home? Yes and no. My family is everything to me, but so is life, so are new experiences. For now, I find myself somewhere in between, traveling back and forth, figuring out where I truly belong. For now, this is my journey.